Oh shit. Here we go again. What on earth? Is it the dragon? Or our old pals? We're back! Aha! There you are, you pesky little miscreants. What? The Guardians! No! He found you! You fiends! Ambushing us when we're weakest. Have you no honor? There is no honor among thieves. Ah, yes, of course. How insensitive of us. I suppose you now finally realize the significance of our warnings. That's right. Big Sister and I tried to tell you, but you wouldn't listen. Now you all know the truth about the Dark One, but was it really worth the price? No. Stop it. Stop it! Why are you tormenting us like this? If we really were the four gods once, like Ruby said, then why aren't you protecting us? My dear, that is precisely what we've been doing this whole time. Protect the four of you from the terrible truth. That is the ultimate duty of us Guardians. Get back. I swear on my honor I'll cut you both to pieces if you come any closer. Jumping to conclusions again, are we, Sir Knight? Were we not? We have no intention of killing you. Lady Ruby wants us to deal with you three personally, after all. However, we must stop you from interfering with her plans. No, let them go! What? Who? Looks like we have an unwanted guest, sis. Hell yeah, Amy. Amy? Amy, are you out of your mind? Get back! Foul creatures, wicked beasts of despair. Won't let you take them. Amy! Amy, what are you? Ah! Whee! They got away. Big Sis, let's go after them. No, Morsha. That girl was no mere interloper. She presents a threat far greater than we realized. Tea time. For now, we have no choice but to regroup and reconsider our strategy. The execution of Lady Ruby's plan must remain our top priority. Labyrinth time. We're going to skip through these, and I mean, we may as well include these flashbacks at the end. But generally, we've seen all of these by now. I don't know how, but these runes look familiar to me. R-E. Wait, R-E. I remember now. My real name. It was... Ryan Elliott. That's right, my name is Ryan. Ryan Elliott. I always thought I'd been a knight, but I wasn't, was I? The truth is, I'm not even from this world. None of us are. Our home was a world where magic was scarce, where people worshipped many gods. A world where the four of us were nothing more than ordinary kids. I'm so sorry. I'm afraid Ryan has stage 3 cancer in his ribs. This type of cancer is called Ewing sarcoma, and it's considered extremely rare, especially in young men. This is ridiculous. This is insane. How the hell did you people not see it sooner? Ryan's been in pain for months, and you're only now gotten around to diagnosing it? Honey, please, calm down. Now that we know what it is, we can finally start treating it. Right, Dr. Carl? Carl? It hurts. I can't breathe. You need to calm down. Panicking will only make it worse. can't. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna... Ah. Oh. I don't want to have to deal with this again. My cancer comes back one day. I don't know what I'll do. Ryan, don't. You shouldn't be talking about things like that. You have to focus on staying positive and getting better. You need to focus on getting into college and living your life to the fullest. So please. In my old life, my battle was not with monsters or evildoers, but with disease. Cancer that took hold of my bones, turning my ribs into vises for my lungs. Treatments that made my body weak and frail. Days and weeks in the hospital, terrified that each passing day could be my last. But I survived. I lived, despite all the odds. I wanted to make the most out of my second chance at life, even with the threat of relapse hovering over me each and every day. Wow, Ryan, that was beautiful. I always knew you were a great guitarist, but I had no idea you wrote songs, too. Thanks, guys. To be honest, I was kind of worried what you'd think. You ever thought about becoming a composer? I think you'd be great at it. Yeah, you could write the music for all those RPGs you like so much. Hell, I bet you could even work for, like, Square Phoenix or something. I don't know, I'm not that good. You're right, you're not. At least not yet. But if you did somehow manage to get into the business one day, let me know so I can pick up a copy of your work, alright? I feel like that was Peter who said that. The supportive realist. I'd wanted to continue the education I'd put on hold during my treatment. It was there that I met the others. 4 of us bonded over a game of swords and sorcery, storytelling and creativity. Perhaps it was these stories and world we created that made us into gods of sorts. Our bond extended beyond the world of make-believe. In a sense, our friendship is what kept me alive. Oh, knock it off. You honestly believe we'd hold against a cancer patient for having health problems? So what kind of jerks do you think we are? Seriously, Rye, you're like the complete opposite of a drag. I mean, you started this little group of ours, right? Anything, we owe you big time. That's right. We wouldn't even be together if it weren't for you. So we're more than willing to wait while you keep recovering, alright? Oh, you guys are gonna make me cry. Thanks, Bunch, for everything. Don't know what I'd do without you all. Despite my weakness, I was never a burden to them. Despite my fears of my cancer's return, I could always find comfort in them. All of my pain, my suffering, began to feel like it'd all been worth it, only for the chance to be with my most cherished friends. But then, something went horribly, horribly wrong. Ooh. That didn't sound good. It's in Myra's house again. This is all too much. Everything I thought I was, it's all one big lie, isn't it? This body of mine is just a mask to disguise how weak I really am. No, I can't afford to think that way. Maybe I was reborn as a knight for a reason. Maybe now I can protect my friends in ways I couldn't when I was sick. The man I am now may not be my true self, but it means saving Ruby and freeing all of us from this tower. I'll fight with every ounce of strength he can give me. Hell yeah. What? This must be the way out of this place. Guess that means it's time to meet back up with Leela and Edric to find out what really happened to us back then. Who's next? These runes, what could they possibly stand for? M-L, could those be? That's it. It has to be. My real name. How could I have forgotten? I remember now. My real name was never Leela. It was Melissa. All this time I'd been searching for my elven tribe, but I was never even an elf to begin with. I was a normal, everyday person, just like the others. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was an accident. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, Mommy. I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry, Jackie. Oh. I just wanted to make breakfast for Mommy and Daddy. It was an accident. Where are they? Where's Mommy and Daddy? Where's Jackie? I think we should head to the ambulance now, little girl. You can tell us what happened after your checkup. Poor Grandma. Grandma, the Reverend said God would forgive me for starting the fire. Is that really true? That's what the religion says, but, finding it hard to give her that forgiveness. Melissa, let's go home. Grandma's tired, and I'm sure you are too. That's the side of this that really stung the most. That once again, of her story that really stung the most. Once again, there wasn't really anyone to blame. It's easier to blame the grandma for not forgiving her only surviving grandchild for what was ultimately an accident due to faulty equipment. But, I mean, on one hand, it's easy to blame the grandma for throwing Melissa out. Huh? But, okay. On the other hand, her grandma did suffer a monumental loss in that, so I hate that her grandma reacted the way she did in Melissa's route, but at the same time, I can't in good conscience blame her for that. I wish they had found forgiveness, but it's just sad. When I was young, I made a terrible mistake, one that would always haunt me, even in my current life. My mother, my father, my baby brother, I only wanted to make them happy, yet in my carelessness I destroyed them instead. Not a day in my old life went by when I hadn't wished I was claimed by the fire instead, that the word murderer didn't echo through my mind over and over again. Perhaps it was only my overwhelming desire for warmth and companionship that kept me from seeking death myself. Oh, look at this! Druids are a class that harnesses the power of nature and its spirits to heal others. Though limited in their offensive spell set, they are the only class that can utilize earth-based magic, making them invaluable against wind-blind enemies. A druid, huh? I kinda had a feeling you'd go for that one. You had a pretty green thumb in real life, so it makes sense for your character to have one too. Is that a bad thing? To base a character off yourself? Of course not. I think we all do at least a little bit. I mean, why else would Ruby be such a hit with the ladies? I think you're giving yourself too much credit there. Oh, Peter. It was my first year of college that my life began to change for the better. The year that I met what would become my second family of sorts. The game that brought us all together. It was a chance for the four of us to forget our lives and become something greater than ourselves, if only for a few short hours. Perhaps it was that desire to escape ourselves that allowed us to be reborn as our personas. Despite that, our friendship did not end when the dice and rulebooks were put away. Peter and Melissa, you're having a panic attack. What if this triggered in you is just a bad memory? Don't focus on the fire, okay? Focus on me. Breathe. Easy does it. Nice and slow. I'm sorry, everyone, for freaking out like that. What are you apologizing for? You couldn't help it. And don't feel like you don't need to explain it to us. If something happened to make you that scared of fire, it's up to you to share that with us, when you're ready. Thank you. You're all such wonderful friends. Best I could ever ask for. That was a strong, supporting move by Peter there. My new family. They were the ones who quelled my fears, who stood by my side when I was loneliness, and who made me truly happy for the first time since the fire. That nothing could ever replace what I lost that day. It was my friends who made the burden of that loss easier to bear, and for that I will always be grateful to them. But then, Something horrible happened, didn't it? I don't know anything. None of us do. I swear we're telling you the truth. I swear. Liar! You're lying! This is... That's gonna be rough. My family. How could I have forgotten them like this? After what I can't. I can't allow myself to fall back into that guilt, that darkness, for the sake of my friends, for Ruby's sake, for everyone's sake. Let's go. That must be a warp tile. Secured. Edric, please be safe. Let's go. PC. These letters, I know they must mean something. By the gods, their initials. My name. My real name. It's... Peter Troy. I gotta say, his glyph looked like it was just one character, but it's really two characters stacked vertically. I understand now. Everything we knew about the creation of this world was merely an allegory obscuring the truth. The person I am now, Edric, even he functions merely as a mask for my true identity. A frail, mundane little boy named Peter. Mommy, look! I got a blue ribbon on my drawing today. It's the best in the whole class. Hold on a second. That's very nice, Peter. Now will you be a good boy and let Mommy finish her phone call? Mommy's got to discuss her soaps. Okay. I'm sorry. That's all I ever hear from you. But you'll never change. You'll always be useless, just like your good-for-nothing father. Stop it. Stop saying that, Mom. Please. Shut up. You're worthless. Worthless, do you hear me? You're a worthless little bastard, and that's all you'll ever be. It still hurts, even to this day. Peter, look. I'm not going to stand here and say I know what you're going through. I don't. I'm a cop, not a shrink. Something's got to give. Your grades are slipping. You're barely eating. Damn it, Peter. Give me something to work with. I thought divorcing your mom would help you. You're becoming less like yourself every day. Why are you like this? Why won't you just talk to me for once? My childhood was marred by the hateful words of the woman I called mother. Though others called me gifted, her abuse convinced me I was anything but. Perhaps her maternal instincts had been eroded by drink. Perhaps she simply wanted to pass her own misery down to her only son. Who can say for certain? Whatever the reason, the end result was the same. A nervous-wreckful man. One who could never rise above the label of worthless. One who had thought of ridding the world of his presence more often than he would care to admit. Oh my gosh, that's supposed to be Leela? She's beautiful. Whoa, Peter, that's amazing. Dude, that's a hell of a lot more than just a doodle. That's quality right there. No, it's not. I mean, it's not really that great. It's just a concept I came up with. Don't be so embarrassed. You're a great artist, Peter. It looks fantastic, even if it's just a concept. Are you going to do some of Edric and the others, too? Very few things in my life kept my depression at bay. One was my responsibility to my studies. The other was my friends. At the time, it was little more than a bunch of kids playing pretend on the weekends. Now I realize it was so much more than that. It was the escape from our dreary, painful lives we so desperately needed. The world we sought refuge in after forgetting that one we came from. The one thing I could never forget was the love I had for her. Peter, stop it. Don't say things like that. You're not worthless. You never were. You're a good person, Peter. A talented person. A wonderful friend. You've already proven your mother wrong just by being yourself. so please don't listen to her lies. Thank you for saying that, for everything. Thank you. She was everything I had ever wanted and more. She was kind, intelligent, beautiful. Hers was the voice that could finally silence that of my mother's and my own self-loathing. I wanted nothing more than to be with her, but in my cowardice I could never bring myself to tell her of my feelings. It was a mistake that only now I have come to regret. Giving you all one more chance to come clean before I slit her throat. Oh, Jesus. Who sent you to spy on us? Who are you working for? No, let her go. Let her go, you crazy bitch! That looks like that's gonna hurt. I should have known. I should have known what a wretched person I used to be. What a worthless... that word. No, that is not who I am. I will never allow that word to pass my lips again. I will never give that woman the satisfaction. I will never fall into despair the way that Ruby has. Hell yeah. So this is the way out, I see. I can only hope that Sigurd and Leela have found their way as well. Wait for me, Leela. As long as this new form of mine draws breath, I will fight at your side, no matter what. Okay. See ya. The more I try to wrap my head around all of this, the less I understand. I mean, I know we'll end up in this world reincarnated as different people, but how exactly? I've been asking myself that very same question. And we'll doubtlessly learn more answers the further we ascend. Once Edric arrives, we'll... Whoosh! Huh? You made it! We were just talking about you. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you're safe, Edric. Leela, Sigurd. My apologies for being late. It seems the two of you made it through unscathed as well. I'm glad. I doubt it was easy traversing this labyrinth alone. But in the end, we all made it, right? No matter what happens, the heroes of justice will always find each other. I'd appreciate it if we weren't separated again. Personally, I'm starting to get sick of it. Indeed, I pray that we'll be able to stay together for good this time. Without Ruby, we'll be more vulnerable than ever. Before we continue, we should all catch up on what we've learned. Were you able to remember your true name, Edric? Yes, among other things. Please bear with me while I try to explain. Yes, your mom is a horrible person. And that's it? That's all you can remember? Correct. Those last moments before we arrived here are nothing but vague recollections at this point. All I know for certain is that something truly horrific happened to us. That was precisely the feeling I had as well. None of us seemed to be able to recall what happened very well. Though if it was as horrible as it seemed, I could understand why we'd want to forget. But we have to remember. We have to. Remember what that voice said? It's the only way we'll be able to save Ruby. Don't worry, Sigurd, I haven't forgotten. That is, if you still wish to be called that. Well, nah, it's fine. I still don't feel all that connected with my past self, so... I agree. I don't think I'm quite comfortable being called by my old name yet. Understandable. My relationship with my past self is complicated, so I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel the same. But enough idle chatter. We need to keep moving. Right, let's hurry. Gotta find out what really happened to us, for Ruby's sake. Okay. And here's Amy. Huh? Isn't that... Amy? So you were able to make it through the labyrinth after all. I'm glad. I had every confidence that you would. We have you to thank for that, I believe. Had you not intervened with the Guardians, I'm not certain we would have been able to escape them. But I assume you know that you can no longer pass as the mere merchant you claimed yourself to be, especially after that display of your power. I do. I know that my disguise must have bred a great deal of uncertainty amongst you all. For that I hope you can forgive me. It isn't a matter of forgiveness. I'm sure you had a good reason to keep your identity a secret. But if you truly are our ally, as you say you are, I would hope that you'd be honest with us about your intentions. She's right. We want to trust you, Amy, but you'll have to explain yourself if we're going to. Don't worry, I understand. An explanation is the least I owe the three of you. Now that you've proven yourselves ready to hear it, I'm happy to finally reveal the truth to you all. I do like this track. What? You're... Are you surprised, Edric? Please allow me to introduce myself. Honestly, this time. My name is Amatiel. I am an angel of heaven tasked with guarding the light of truth, and with guiding the way for all who seek it. I've come to this world for one purpose, to lead the four of you to the truth of your pasts, and ultimately your freedom. An angel? I can't believe it. All this time we've had an angel by our side. Maybe our prayers weren't in vain after all. No, Leela, they weren't. We could never ignore the prayers of lost souls, even when they have forgotten that they're lost. That still doesn't explain why you needed to hide all of this from us. Why would an angel of truth resort to deception towards those they are trying to help at that? It was not by choice, I can assure you. As servants of heaven, we have to exercise great caution with interfering with human affairs. Much of our own work is done in secrecy. We take on forms which allow us to blend in, so to speak. The four of you created a vibrant, beautiful world of swords and sorcery. So a merchant selling goods to traveling heroes would be a fitting disguise, would it not? So you couldn't tell us who you were, even if you wanted to? What about Ruby betraying us? Did you know about that, too? I did. But I could not have simply told you something so painful and expected you to believe me. It was a fact you had to seek and discover for yourselves. But even I couldn't have known just how drastically Ruby would react to learning the truth. What do you mean by that? I don't understand. I had hoped that by revealing the truth to you gradually, you would all be able to handle the burden. But I was wrong. In the end, the despair that had consumed her in her past life was simply too much. Crumbling under the weight of her sins, she convinced herself that she was an inhuman monster, and it is a role she continues to play even now. So her cruelty really was an act after all. But why? What could she possibly have to gain from hurting us? I don't know, Leela. I really don't. All I know is that she's the monster she says she is. Deep down, she's still our friend. I know she is. I agree. Just as I've seen the truth of her despair, I also know the truth of her character. Her love and trust in her friends has withered, but it has not yet died entirely. It will be painful, and it will be difficult, but I believe with all of my heart that the three of you will find the Ruby you love hidden beneath her villainous mask. I suppose if it comes from the mouth of an angel, I have no choice but to trust your judgment. I'm not the one you should place your faith in, Edric. That belongs to you and your friends alone. Believe in yourselves, and in Ruby as well. Only then will her soul truly be saved. Right. She needs us now more than ever. We've come too far to give up on her now. But what about you? Now that you've shown us who you really are, I'm worried that those Guardians will start targeting you. I'm aware of the risk, but it's your safety more than my own that I'm concerned with. Turovero has become more twisted and dangerous than ever, and the forces Ruby now commands will stop at nothing to keep the truth away from you. Therefore, I would like to fight by your side. If you would have me, that is. Huh? You want to join us? Of course! I have a duty to serve all of Heaven's children who need me. While I cannot face this tower's trials for you, I will do everything in my power to help you overcome them. Amatiel. Thank you. I'd be honored for you to join us. As would I. Heaven has truly blessed us by sending you here. I have no objections. As dire as the situation's become, we need all the help we can get. And I hope you can forgive my earlier doubts as to your intentions. Thank you, everyone. I'll do my best. However, I must warn you, the higher we ascend into this tower, the deeper we will descend into Ruby's madness. Discovering the full truth of your former lives will not be easy. You must guard your hearts and minds and steel them against her despair. Good luck, everyone. Never forget that the eyes of heaven are always watching over you. Hell yeah. Yeah, boy. Trickster Angel. Sneaky. I'll actually give you Ruby's Feather Boots. Oh. That's actually slightly better. Aside from that, I think we're all right with how this turned out. Why did I not give you that before now? What was I doing? No wonder I kept getting my ass kicked. Sigurd goes to war. Okay. Oops. Time to find out how well Amy wields a bow. On a ring? I think we already have one for Eddie. Let's go. Amatiel, can I ask you something? Of course. I'll answer whatever I'm able to. You said that the further we ascend, the further we'll descend into Ruby's madness. You know that Turovero reflects her hearts and memories. If Ruby has already fallen into despair, will this change the tower to follow suit? Yes. At least I have every reason to believe so. Though even I cannot say how exactly the tower will respond to the darkness in her heart. We'll just have to ready ourselves for whatever comes our way. We've come this far already. We can't let anything stop us from saving our friend. Don't allow your courage to become recklessness, Sigurd. The implications of such a fact are graver than you think. This tower will undoubtedly lay Ruby's darkest thoughts and most painful memories out for all of us to see. But you must stay strong, no matter how distressing they are. Your warnings are much appreciated, Abatiel. We may see sides of Ruby we never wanted to see, but we must if we want to understand her motives. I'll activate the teleportation circle now. Let's go. It sounds like what they're describing for Ruby's reaction finding out she was the Dark One is to put herself into the role of the cruel villain so she can be destroyed? Sort of penance. I don't know. It appears we've arrived safely. Leela, am I correct to assume you sense monsters in this place as well? Yes, many. Powerful ones at that. Their life force teams with the dark energy we've come to expect. And yet... There's something about this energy that's different. It's similar to Ruby's energy, but it's been tainted by sadness, by despair. Indeed, Ruby's energy and that of this tower have become one since she took control. The aura you sense is merely a side effect of the incredible power she now wields. That power's going to put us at a major disadvantage if we're not careful. Stay alert, everyone. Of course. Now let's go. We will not find the truth behind Ruby's betrayal by dawdling. Woo! Oh fuck, here we go. Okay, that's not bad, actually. Eddie's blood magic saves the day once again. But unfortunately, he needs a cure now. Let's see what we can snatch from you. Got a ninja headband for Amy. Got a guardsman helmet for Siggy. And Annie doesn't... Does Amy wear those? No. Okay. Whoop whoop. Alright. What do you have waiting for us, Ruby? What's this? It's... Oh. Church? That thing with the altar should be. Is that where they tie criminals to when they're... Oh, gods. The sight of such a thing in a supposedly holy place, as though it were some cruel court of judgment. It is rather disturbing, isn't it? If that's a sign of Ruby's mental state, this place could be much more dangerous than we thought. Be careful, everyone. It's gonna be really sad if it turns out I'm right. Ruby's just looking to be destroyed for what she's done. It'd also be the first time that someone remembered what they did in the past and just openly regretted it. I mean, Leela was more, I know I'm horrible, but I can't let you go. While Eddie was just, I need to become perfect. Eddie coming in clutch once again. Good job, Eddie. 16, 16. And Eddie gets spared the level up. Because Eddie managed to avoid fighting anything. So unfortunately, he's going to be the one lagging behind a little bit. Boop, 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 boop. Small wooden figure is tied to the stake. Beneath the stake is an inscription. The heretic. Wait, that's... Ruby? Why would something like this be here? Perhaps she sees herself as the heretic the inscription mentions. Oh, Ruby. I suppose now the question is why she would want to live up to that reputation. She feels like she deserves it? The executioner? Oh no. The jury? Judge, jury, executioner. Yep. Oh no. Or maybe I'm entirely wrong and it's gonna be... some kind of suspicion deal. Okay, we don't really need to fight for now. I'm just gonna go get into this. I'm gonna try and finish off the bottom wing. Oh no, Grief Eaters. Grief Eaters! Rally Cry. Where's my holy water? I do have holy water, right? Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Holy water on Leela. Holy water on Eddie. Oh, good night, Eddie. No shit. I'm just gonna go to town number 1. Well, Wake up, Eddie. Miracle medicine, hell yeah. Ow, ow. Bop. Okay. Holy Angel just casually committing theft. Oh, fucking hell, it. How did Lily become the slowest? Okay, now she's back. I'm not sure what happened there that round. Ow, ow. Rip. Bop. Bop, bop. Kirimi. Whoops. Bop. Oh, Siggy. No, the one person we didn't holy water. I mean, we could be sparing damage output, but I like stealing items. Oh, fucking hell. God damn it. Save tree. Bop. Siggy, no! Oh, Siggy! Oh. Please die. Nope, you're not dying. Miss. Of course. Grand. Okay. Dodge. Dodge. Fucking evasion. Holy water, Devil's Gate. Okay, that sucked. We do have a wizard's hat for Eddie. That wizard's hat. Voices of reason and truth screamed at me, but I refused to listen to them. Instead, I followed the voice of fear. Only now do I realize that its lies have led me astray. Reason of truth. Oh my. What is this? Oh, I don't like this. Nope. Nope. Shit. That took entirely too fucking long, because they spent the whole time spamming healing. Okay, what is this? Don't be fooled! The voice beside me speaks nothing but lies! Now, the gimmick of this place is that voices of reason and truth stream me. Do we have to go through the one that is lying? So, let's make sure. Voice beside me speaks nothing but lies? No. Voice to my left will only betray you in the end. So, they're talking about each other. Myself and the voice to my right will not lie to you. Voice to the far left is your friend. Heed its words. So you're a liar, you're a liar. Okay, that worked. Hey, have you listened to the voice beside me? Okay. So 3 truths and 1 lie. Voice to my right speaks the truth. Please listen to it. One, 2, 3. So those are our 3 truthers. Here's the liar. I would never hurt you. You have to believe me. Voices to my right mean you no harm. So you might be a truther. You might be a... Voice to my right wants to guide you. The voice on the far left seeks only to deceive. You trust me? I only want to help you. So, you're a truther. You're a truther. You're a truther. You're a liar. That seemed to have worked. If I was tricking you, do not be led astray. Alright. Both voices beside me are trying to protect you. Please don't shut them out. You're a truther. The voice to the far left is correct. Please open your eyes. You're a truther. You're a truther. You're a liar? Ooh. Is that good or bad? I don't know. Lost many angels in my life, those whose only crimes were trying to help me. The angel of the west disappeared in a flash of fire. The angel of the east faced sorrow as it pierced their heart. 3 of the other angels were cut down in rage. The northwest, northeast, up top, northwest, northeast, southeast, stained with blood. The last of the angels lives on. If their grace is unwanted, I will trap them in thorns and wait for the devil instead. Okay. West is Eddie needs to burn. East needs to be sniped. Amateel can't use sniper here. Oh, do I need to attack you from this side? No. Oh, I need to attack you from this side? Okay. East face sorrow as it pierced their heart. Faced sorrow. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's what this random tile represents. Fair enough. What is it? I have to wonder just what exactly these statues are supposed to represent. Or rather, who? The three that were cut down in rage. I loathe to consider the implications of that phrase. A jeweled key. People she's lost. Or pushed away, rather. Out of mistrust. Launched. Crunched. Fed to Moloch. Amy leveled up. Which is neat. Okay. Oh no, I don't like this. Bye. Alright, moving right along. Don't like this. I mean, that encounter series will be much easier once Eddie learns his Hydro Storm. Okay, whoop. Siggy leveled up. Lily leveled up. Eddie leveled up. We all grew up together, and more Grief Eaters. I'm just gonna skip this round. We've seen enough Grief Eaters at this point to get it. Okay, that's not... that was certainly Grief Eaters. Uh-oh. Is this Ruby's maze? All around me I see arrows of betrayal, ready to pierce my heart at any moment. My own mind has been sabotaged by fear. Its traps will become my own undoing. Okay, it only hit Siggy. Whee! Oop. Oh shit. Alright, 420, nice. Okay. Oh god. Ooh. Whew. Safe travels. Looks like we made it. Is everyone alright? We seem to be, fortunately, despite Ruby's blatant attempts to kill us. Don't be hasty in your judgment, Edric. That's simply what she wants you to believe. And why she would want such a thing is the very question we seek to answer. I'm still... my money's on. She took the stance that she did, out of just a sheer... I did something really fucking bad, and I regret it now. Just kill me. Which is gonna make this interesting to see how the bad ending turns out. With the bad ending, the Dark One gets what they want. Oh my. I have 1,000 different faces, but none of them can hide the regret I feel. Well, there it is. No matter how much I beg for its judgment, karma can't act quickly enough. What? Huh? Wait, what was... So you guys really think you can stop me? Don't make me laugh. You couldn't do a damn thing against me before. What makes you think this time will be any different? That voice! It almost sounded like... Don't fall for it, Leela. This is nothing more than another projection created by the tower. You cannot afford to let such words affect you. She's right. As infuriating as such petty insults may be, we have to keep a clear head if we're going to figure this out. Move it! None of them can hide the regret that I feel. Idiots. Don't tell me you didn't see that plot twist coming. You didn't have the sense to know when your enemy is hiding in plain sight. As for you, Angel, don't you know you're not wanted here? If you think you can salvage the good in me, think again. There's nothing left in me to save. Oh, Ruby. Gerd, Leela, Edric, everyone. Please, don't try to save me. I'm not worth saving anymore. I don't even want to live anymore. I'm begging you, give me what I deserve. Oh no. This is the one that I have to use Stone Cleaver on. The true voice of Ruby's heart. Oh no, that hurts. Ruby! Oh Ruby, how could you think you weren't worth saving? Everything we've been through together, everything you've done for us, how can you possibly expect us to forget all of that? God, I knew it. I know it, she regrets. The statue resembling Ruby lays in ruins. Bejeweled key. Oh no. Alright, looking good. Good chunk of XP. Oh no. Oh, get launched. Eddie breaks out the blood magic once again. Ziggy's level 18. Lily's level 18. Amy's level 19. Grand. Alright. I need to catch Eddie up. So we'll probably do one more fight. Work my way up, save the game. Head upstairs. Oh shit. Don't want to do that encounter. Actually, if I could get Lily's Gaia Rage, grinding those Siren encounters would be incredibly easy. Because they're weak to Earth. Okay. And he learned Hellfire. That was the intention. That's a barrel. Small, ordinary-looking barrel. It's empty. Huh? What's this doing here? I have no idea, to be perfectly honest. If you know anything about this tower, it's that even the seemingly mundane can represent something significant. Indeed. So out of place. Can't help but think we were meant to use it for something. Sure, we'll take the barrel. We got an empty barrel. Monolith keyhole in its center, jeweled key. Nope. Jeweled key. So that's interesting. Alright, let's go hang out with Francis. Oh, isn't that? Francis! Oh, thank heavens you're safe! Why, yes, I've missed you too, Francis. My apologies for leaving you alone on such short notice. Thank you for taking care of the store for me in my absence. You can understand him, Amateo. And I suppose he's as much of an ordinary dog as you were an ordinary merchant. Indeed, Francis was sent with me to this world in order to help maintain my disguise. He is a lesser heavenly being who served merchants and tradespeople for eons. In fact, you could say the store was his all along, and I was merely the figurehead. Wait, so that makes Francis an angel too, right? I guess we ought to be grateful to have all this divine intervention behind our backs. Thank you, Francis, for everything you've done for us. Francis says you're welcome. Yes, we're truly fortunate to have such a noble ally on our side. Now then, Francis, would you be so kind as to show us your wares? I second that request. As it now stands, we'll need all the assistance we can get in this place. I believe that was his way of saying he'd be glad to do so. We ought to take advantage of this time to rest and regroup. As well, I have a feeling that this place still has many dangers that we've yet to uncover. I just noticed there's runes in the background of the dialogue boxes. You know, for an angel, you surely are a friendly little guy, aren't you, Francis? Not to be disrespectful or anything. I'm sure he doesn't mind so good. There's one thing Francis hasn't lost over the ages, it's his friendliness and hospitality. Isn't that right, Francis? Good boy. Good boy. Although that does beg the question. If he too is an angelic being, then why take the form of a dog? Surely there are more advantageous disguises he could assume. I think you underestimate him, Edric. There's a very good reason he assumed this form. For one, dogs are inconspicuous. You wouldn't normally assume a housepet would be a servant of heaven in disguise, would you? Second of all, they're approachable. Though there are exceptions, humans tend to open their hearts to them, making it much easier to get his work done. Most importantly of all... Huh? I think he simply enjoys being a dog. He's always loved being the center of attention, after all. Well, I suppose that makes sense. Good dog. Okay. Let's go for a campfire. And then after the campfire, I'll restock off screen and get ready to go to the inner depths of the temple. Of the chapel. First time it was blind, so I'm completely confused and not sure what to expect. Second time it was Lily, so I'm just kind of afraid of what we're gonna uncover. This time it's just... honestly... sad. You seem troubled, Lila. Is something the matter? Oh, Edric, you startled me. My apologies. It wasn't my intention to scare you. It's fine, don't worry. Would you like to have a seat? Yes, of course. Look, I was just trying to remember something from our past lives. Ruby's real name, who she really was. But you haven't been able to, I presume. You aren't alone in that regard. I've remembered much, but Ruby's memory is still nothing more than a vague recollection for me as well. But why? Why could we remember our own lives, but not Ruby's? I don't understand. Neither do I, Leela. But if what Amateo says is true, we will remember who she was in due time, for better or for worse. I suppose you're right. The dark influence of the Dark One corrupted Ruby's labyrinth into the chapel we now enter. And once we get to the heart of the chapel, we find her gold tablets, take them to the Spring of Truth, be purified, and then we find Ruby's memories. That's my headcanon for why we can't remember her. Say, Edric? What is it? What do you remember about me from when I was still Melissa? Well, I remember that you were warm. You were kind to all of us, much like you are now. I remember telling you about my mother. What you said to me that day about not listening to her lies. It helped me through a difficult time in my life. I'll always be grateful for that. Edric! Yes, I do think I remember that. I'm so glad to know I could help you the way you helped me. The way I helped you? You don't remember? When we were all together for a game and the kitchen stove caught fire. I had a panic attack when I saw the flames. You were the one who held my hand and told me to breathe. You knew what I was going through, and you cared enough to help me. Perhaps that's how I knew you were none of the things your mother said you were. Oh, that was nothing. Any decent person would have done the same. Don't be embarrassed, Edric. It's a lovely memory. I hope I never forget it again. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Oh. taking on the watch duty for us, Amatil. You've truly helped us in ways we can't even begin to repay. It's nothing you need to repay me for. I'm only doing my duty, after all. Your duty? Yes, you've mentioned your duties as a guardian of truth before. But what do they entail exactly? That depends. Sometimes I am sent to inspire those who seek knowledge. Sometimes I am sent to expose evil and corruption in the world to the world at large. And sometimes I am sent to guide lost souls through their own personal journeys as they seek out painful truths about themselves. That is precisely what I've come to do for the four of you. I see. Amatil, would you be angry if I asked you something? Of course not. Please, ask me anything. Is it really in our best interests to discover the truth of our fates? I know we have an obligation to, after everything that's happened. Before we came to this tower, we were all happy together. Sigurd, Edric, and I, and even Ruby. Learning the truth changed her, possibly forever. Only brought her pain and caused her to do horrible things. Is knowing the truth really worth all this suffering? Oh, Leela. Indeed, the truth often does bring suffering. That is why I allowed you all to find it on your own time, to give you the time to process it and grieve. But it is my earnest belief that any happiness gained from living in deceit is false. Anyone can convince themselves of a joyful lie, yet what growth could ever come from such a thing? By seeking truth and accepting it, mankind is better equipped to carve their own happiness, real happiness, and to better themselves with the knowledge they've learned. Does that make sense? Yes, it makes perfect sense. I hope you can forgive my moment of doubt. I try to have faith in heaven's blessings, but it's quite difficult sometimes, isn't it? Especially during moments of sorrow and uncertainty. The doubt is perfectly understandable. And if you ever need any more reassurance during these trying times, know that I'll be here to provide it for you. Thank you, Amatil. I won't forget what you've done for us. I just hope that the truth will help to bring our Ruby back to us. Only if you believe in your own ability to do so. You've been incredibly strong throughout all of this, so please don't lose hope, Leela. Of course, I'll do my best. Okay, let's do Sticky and Amy. You may have seen this one before. Amatil, are you sure you're okay with being the lookout for us? Of course I am. Protecting the three of you is my duty, after all. Well, yeah, but I hate for you to do it just because you feel obligated to. You and your friends have been through many terrible trials, both physically and emotionally. Please, leave the watch duty to me and take the rest you've rightfully earned. Alright, if you say so, I guess. But I'm not sure how well I can rest knowing Ruby isn't here with us. I'm sorry, Sigurd. I can only imagine how difficult it's been without her by your side. I don't understand how it all came down to this. Ruby always had a smile on her face, always had a joke to tell us when things got tough. She could be quick to anger sometimes, but it doesn't change the fact that she cared about us. I know she did. How could she act so cruel and cold toward us after everything we've been through together? She feels like she deserves it. The answer to that may be more complicated than you think. Every sentient being in this universe has some darkness lurking in their heart. There's some that darkness can take on a monstrous form, giving birth to truly evil villains. And for others, that darkness can come in much more subtle forms. When otherwise good people are overcome by the emotional scars of living in a fallen world, the results can be as devastating as they are tragic. A fallen world like when your world collapses, when your mother is tragically murdered. Everyone is susceptible to becoming the villain of their own story. If it hadn't happened to Ruby, it could very easily have happened to any one of you. Even angels aren't immune from such a fate. The form you've taken in this world reflects your ideals of goodness overcoming evil. But you must never forget that evil is not always a dragon that can be slain, but a condition inherent to all of heaven's creations. I guess I've never really thought of it that way. Maybe I was naive to think that the Dark One was just some storybook villain waiting to be defeated. Perhaps. it is also that belief in righteousness that will help bring Ruby back from the brink. No matter how far she has fallen, you know in your heart that she is not irredeemable. As long as you have faith in that fact, I have no doubts that she will be saved. Amatiel, thank you. You've taught me a valuable lesson I won't ever forget. I won't give up on my friend, no matter what. You have my word. Spoken like a true knight. You are blessed with the fire of courage and valor in your heart. I can only pray that it never goes out. Okay. We've got a barrel, and we don't know what to do with it. We'll find out next video, I suppose.